You should watch Symphogear right now. This anime is a masterpiece. The story follows Miles Tails Punchface. Played by the famous seiyuu, Yuki needs a stepladder to make eye contact with people, owie. Yes, my real life friends watching this, I know, glass houses. And her quest to become a musical Power Ranger when she teams up with Sonic the Hedgehog and an average action movie enjoyer to face the dark forces of mutant Fall Guys, Knuckles the right to bear arms, and Punchface's very concerned wife, who might have been on the track team or something. It's not really made clear. Okay, but actually, I've been through this whole anime earlier this year, and it's quickly become one of my favorites of all time. And while the first season was kinda slow, once it got going, it ran and it didn't stop running, like an anime girl on the track team. The second season rocked, much like the show's soundtrack does. The third season was the worst, which is to say it was fucking fantastic. And the fourth was also solid. And then the fifth and final season made me ascend. Okay, so Symphogear's actual premise goes as such. There's a musical school in Japan in the near future that teaches girls how to sing, but it's actually a cover for finding girls capable of wearing the Symphogear, magical sets of armor that grant the wearer unimaginable power. This is so that they can fight off monsters known as noise, which just disintegrate everything they touch, unless that person is armed with a Symphogear. We follow Hibiki Tachibana, who due to, circumstances, has accidentally ended up with a Symphogear that was long thought to be destroyed. From here, she meets fellow Symphogear user Tsubasa Kazunari, who at first can't stand Hibiki existing, because the Symphogear Hibiki acquired, Gungear, used to belong to her old partner, who gave her life to destroy an army of noise that invaded one of her concerts. This leads to some interesting character arcs, such as Tsubasa having to accept that Gungear is in the hands of a new user, and Hibiki dealing with the survivor's guilt of being saved in that concert at the cost of Tsubasa's old partner and friend's life. The series goes on to introduce new challenges, higher stakes, cooler battle moves, and some of the most endearing characters I've ever seen in an anime. And also Maria. Relax, Maria fans, it's like 55% a joke. As much as I'd like to go in depth about these characters, I don't have all day, so let's go over the music, and by going through the music, we'll also be able to go through the characters. Yes, really. So, did I mention that the music in this show slaps? And there's a lot of it. Every character has a dedicated theme song that they sing during combat, and every season they get a brand new one, but everyone keeps the general tones and genres for the tracks. Now, I'm not sure if anyone here has played Sonic Adventure 2, and I know Ramen Rodin shut up about Sonic for 5 seconds challenge, but in that game the 6 main characters all have musical motifs, and their genres fit their characters well. Sonic having cheesy butt rock, Knuckles having rap music, Shadow having this more dark techno music kind of thing. My point being, I love when the characters in shows have dedicated styles of music assigned to them. It's really fun and makes every track flow with personality. Hibiki's theme songs very much have this "I'm the hero" vibe to her music. And also bagpipes. She sings about the people who matter to her most and how she wants to protect them, that kind of thing. Tsubasa sings about more as her duty to protect people, how she lives to fight, and the songs have a very Japanese motif to them, and whenever they play, you get this feeling of, okay, this is how a professional does it. But Chris's songs actually kinda took me by surprise, in a very good way. They're easily my favorites. Chris's themes have these super aggressive, violent tones, they're very hard rock, and if I had to give a comparison, think like the vocal tracks from Shadow the Hedgehog. Chris over here has more rock than Dwayne Johnson. The lyrics of her songs feel like they come from a place of rage, and it makes sense at first because, well, she's the Vegeta, the Viral, the Fate Testarossa of this show. She's the dark rival with the tragic backstory written all over her face from the second she first appears, but these angry kick-ass songs just keep coming even in later seasons. It's actually a really fun contrast from Hibiki and Tsubasa, Hibiki's songs being about protecting what she holds dear, Tsubasa's song being about upholding her duty, and then Chris's songs which are just, I've got several heavy firearms, you're in my way, prepared to be fucking annihilated. If you can't tell from how much longer I talked about Chris's songs than the other two, she's my favourite character. I guess you could say I'm keen on Yukine. That wasn't funny. I could go into the rest of the characters and their songs from Season 2 onwards, but A, spoilers. B, as much as I'd like to talk about the future characters, I think you should watch it yourself and see what they have to offer. And C, I think I've made my point by now. But the show's heroes can only be as good as their villains, and oh boy, have we got some spicy antagonists such as Dr. Gerald John Wayne Robotnik. Part of that name wasn't a joke. Full Lolly Alchemist, the latest addition to the Villains with Drip Club. The actual fucking Illuminati. No, that's not a joke. And how could I forget the most dastardly villain of all? Beef Stroganoff! Okay, that last one was a joke, but there is literally a song dedicated to Beef Stroganoff, and it makes about as much sense as it sounds. Also, one of the characters opens their theme song for the season singing about how much they like to eat meat. Chie Satanaka, is that you? I could go on and compare this show to other things people like Power Rangers, Lyrical Nanaha, Kill la Kill, Sonic Adventure 2, but I could make a case for how every story ever written is just a variation of Sonic Adventure 2, so we won't go into that. For now. But I'll just tell you, if endearing color-coded characters, bopping soundtracks, and fight scenes that give physics the finger sound entertaining, this is a must-watch. It's very much in the pretending to be dumber than it actually is tone of storytelling that is commonly seen in franchises such as Yakuza and Gurren Lagann, and if you're like me and basically live for that kind of tone, you're gonna have a good time. So if any of what I've said sounds interesting, I am practically on my knees. Please at least give this show a shot. This show deserves way more praise. Like it's running on the Czech team and we all need to cheer for it. Also, when you finish the show, there are these super cute chibi episodes, which are just here for dumb, fun shenanigans, but they are really charming. So, in conclusion, watch Symphogear.